Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at deck from the Sao Paulo Internationals 2019. This is the deck list that Igor Costa and Jimmy Pendarvis played. So they finished at top 32. Igor in 14th place and Jimmy on 22nd. I think that Jimmy lost to Manuel Yorach for top 8, and at the end Manuel ended up at 9th place. He played Blacephalon Pidgeotto, one very beautiful deck. So there's been a lot of spikes about that Naganadel Guzzlord GX. When the set was released, this card was around $3. And when the event started and when this deck get invaded in the day 2, the price just suddenly spiked up. It's an interesting card with weakness on the fairies. Fairies are not that popular at this moment in the format. I mean, we have Tag Team Gardevoir, let's be honest, and this deck is very weak against that deck because it can be one hit knocked out, but still it's a really strong deck and good against pretty much any other deck. Violent Appetite ability allows you to heal 60 damage once per turn, but if you want to do that, you need to discard Pokemon from your hand. Jet Pierce for 180, which is really easy to mate up, especially with Mismagius Mysterious Message and B-String. Deck is based pretty much about setting Mismagius turn 1 with Duskstone, accelerating Naganadel with B-String, and disrupting opponent hand with the Reset Stamp. That's the main focus. Later in the game you can also use Chaotic Order GX and turn all prize cards face up for the rest of the game, and if you have at least one Psychic and Darkness Energy attached to Naganadel, you can grab 2 prize cards. And pretty much this is the deck list. So what we have in this deck, we have 3 Naganadels and 4 copies of Misdrevius and Mismagius from item cards, 2 copies of Acrobite, 4 copies of B-String for Energy Acceleration, Duskstone times 4 for Misdrevius into Mismagius Evolution, 1 Energy Recycle, 3 copies of Great Catchers, 4 copies of Mysterious Treasure for easy setup. Mysterious Treasure can be used both for Naganadel and for Mismagius. 4 copies of Autopad. Additionally, we have 2 copies of Reset Stamp and 4 copies of Tackle. Beastbringer, also interesting card, which says if you have exactly 6 prize cards, meaning if your opponent active Pokemon GX or EX is knocked out by damage from attack of the Ultra Beast, this card is attached to, you can take 1 prize cards, which means that if you knock Tag Team Pokemon with the Naganadel and Guzzlord, you can drop 4 prize cards and then just use Chaotic Order and win the game. Pretty much simple. Ultra Forest Cartonboy. During this turn, damage from Ultra Beast's attacks isn't affected by any effects of your opponent's active Pokemon, which means you can go in through Keldeo GX, really important. Some other supporter cards, we have Bill Analyze, Cynthia and Caitlyn, Letensor Strategy, of course, very important in this build, as well as Mellow and Lana. 8 energies, 4 Psychic, 3 Darkness, and 1 Beast for even extra damage that can be applied with the Jet Pierce. And that's pretty much the deck list that I'm gonna use in today's video. So make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Also, let me know in the comments below what you think about this deck list. So see you in the game. Alright, so let's start the game by starting first, which is ideal for us. Unfortunately, not with this type of the hand. So at least I have Duskstone, which says that I can search my deck for Mismagius, Hunkrow, Chandelier, or Aegislash. So I need to hit heads on the coin flip with the Autopad. This is gonna be really important. Alright, so I can grab myself a Mysterious Treasure. And of course, with Mysterious Treasure, I can discard one of the cards from my hand, which in this case can be one of my Psychic Energies, in order to use Mismagius. Additionally, I'm gonna go with Energy Attachment, Mismagius play, one Duskstone, into the Mismagius. Alright, so there we go. Right now I can use this ability, which is a Mysterious Message, knock my Mismagius, and draw cards until I have 7 in my hand. And unfortunately, not good cards so far for me. So let's go with the Acrobike. Alright, so another Mismagius. So I'm gonna need to hit another heads on the coin flip, and then I'm gonna be in the range of the B-string. That would be really awesome. There we go, so another Duskstone. And that's pretty much how this deck works. I mean, you can easily set up with it. There is no question about it. So let's go with another Mysterious Message, and then I'm gonna hit my opponent with that Reset Stamp, so I also have additional attack call. I still didn't use Supporter card, and I can definitely do that. Plus, additionally, I can play both B strings. And this is how this deck really works. So let's go with the active one. And let's go with one B string for the benched. Naganadel and Guzzlord. I can use that reset stamp my opponent down to 4. And this is pretty much how you want to play this deck. I can also grab 2 supporter cards, so let's go with one Cynthia and Caitlyn, and one Mellow and Lana. Do I even need to play supporter card this turn? Nope. Nope. I'm just gonna pass my turn. Alright, so next turn I'm ready to go with Jet Pierce, taking serious damage. My opponent reset stamped me to 6. Alright, I really appreciate that. Mysterious Treasure or the pet means that I can potentially go for another Mismagius play, but so far I did pretty good job. I have Naganadel powered up ×2, plus I have Mellow and Lana, Bill's Analyze, Mysterious Treasure, plenty of options, but that's just simply GG. My opponent couldn't find a Pokemon, and he's playing that Reshizard with Volcanion and Lopunny, but unfortunately he couldn't find Pokemon, so that is quick game number 1. Alright, so we are starting the game number 2. The opening hand looks like a mess, and really it is. And there's the moment when you can play that Autopad and grab yourself something like a Duskstone. But let's rather go with Mysterious Treasure for now. Then I'm gonna play Cynthia and Caitlyn. Unfortunately, I don't have a supporter card, but what I'm gonna discard will be a Ultra Forest. Okay, and draw 3 cards, and again, I didn't get almost nothing. So one thing is for sure, we're gonna discard one Mismagius in this scenario for one Mismagius. That was a good call, because one Mismagius is prized anyway. Energy to be attached, one tag call to be played, and let's do something like this for now. And that is literally all I can do. Next turn I'm gonna try to play Mismagius, knock it out, use Cynthia, try to set up another one, and then fill the Naganadel with the B strings and use that Jet Pierce if it's gonna be possible somehow. Really difficult with this opening hand as it looks right now. So drawing 3 B strings, not being able to play them, is probably the worst thing that can happen to you. So this is the version of the Mewtwo deck played by the Greninja GX, and there is also one Welder being used. So So far, what he can copy? Maybe Mist-Slash if you get lucky with the energy. Maybe Dark Mist, but Dark Mist is, in my opinion, useless. However, if he can get maybe somehow Solgaleo in the discard pile and another Mewtwo for the bench, then my opponent can strike for 120 and accelerate 2 energies from discard pile if he can bring some energies in discard pile, obviously, to that bench at Mewtwo. Or, for example, he can even go with the Charizard GX, but turn 1 is impossible to play 4 energies anyways, so, okay. However, there's also Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff. There is so many options, just way too many of them. Way too many of them, Reshiram, Reshizard, and Mewtwo. Alright. Probably Mewtwo just gonna be placed on the bench, and Charizard discard next turn anyways with the John Hart. Maybe even the Din this turn. 3 energies, the Din GX used for Jumping Balloon, definitely 120, I mean, why not? Actually, for each opponent's Pokemon GX and EX in play, so he can hit literally for 180 with 3 energies with the Jumping Balloon. This card is just broken. I don't know why they are printing so many strong cards. Like this one, for example. I think it is perfect time to use Mysterious Message and fourth B-String. With so many B-Strings, unfortunately you don't have opportunity to win the game. Acrobike into the Duskstone seems interesting. What about Tag Call? What about that? What about that? What about that? What about that? Latency strategy would be awesome, but I don't have it. So let's just go with the... when you play this card from a discard, if you do draw 3 cards, please support a card from a discard pile in your hand. You can't choose Sentient Caitlyn or a card you discarded the effect of the card. Who cares? We're just gonna discard 1 B-String anyways and grab that Ultra Forest. And wow, look how many cards I have in my hand. So even if I use another Acrobike, I'm just gonna find myself a Beast Energy and nothing I can do with it. Autopad allows me to go for a Mysterious Treasure. So we're gonna try to get rid of that B-String from my hand. Obviously I'm not gonna need second B-String anyways. I can hit for 210, not worth. Let's go with Beast Energy right here. A Duskstone for another Mismagius. That then can be used for another Mysterious Message. At least this turn I will be able to deal some damage to my opponent. But he will go down to 1 prize card next turn, and that is very dangerous thing. Really looks scared, to be honest. Especially if he tag Purge me next turn. So what if he tag Purge me next turn? What's gonna happen after that? I could retreat and hit. Retreat and hit. But then I'm losing 3 energies, and I'm not quite sure if that is correct play. Let's be honest. If I Chaotic Order right now, still I won't be able to knock him out next turn. But I'm gonna try to Jet Pierce my opponent. Sooner or later he will probably be able just to finish the game with that Flare Blitz GX. So what we need to do here, we need to avoid... Actually I can try to resist stamp my opponent to 1 if I get lucky. Yeah, there's still a chance for the win. But if my opponent uses that Tech Purge, then even Ultra Forest Carrot Y won't be useful because during this turn, damage from your Ultra Beast attacks isn't affected by any effects of your opponent's active Pokemon. So they're not affected. I think that the Tech Purge, the Tech Purge stays on the defending Pokemon. So I don't think the Ultra Forest should be the way to go. I mean, I can always try that, but I'm not 100% positive in that. I don't think that's gonna work. Anyways, if my opponent just knocks me out, I'm gonna need to find myself a Beast Bringer so I can grab 4 prize card knockout, and that's gonna be really important. So, getting somehow the Tensor Strategy top deck would be nice. Seriously. There's a tag call. Alright. Mellow and Lana, I even forget about that card. So yeah, he can retreat and heal 120. Impossible. I can still knock him out with the Jet Pierce thanks to the Beast Energy attached to my benched Naganadel. Still that can work, but let's be honest. Oof, what? Ooh, what if he just retreat and use Dark Mist? Oh, what if he do that? I mean, what if he decide to do that? Actually, that's very clever play because I already burned all 4 Beast Rings, and that would be a winning condition for him. Literally. I think probably that was a winning condition for my opponent. Right now, he can't accelerate some energies, but what can happen after that? I can technically get lucky and resist-stamp him down to 1 card and win the game. So the winning condition for my opponent was pretty much retreat and that GX attack. Let's see. Mellow and Lana to be discarded. I can't grab any supporter card, I can draw 3 cards, and that's what I just said. There is a tag call that can be used for nothing. I can resist-stamp my opponent down to 1, and that's how it is. I mean, technically, I can right now, I can even play John Hart and discard that. There's Andrevius, and look what can happen right now. I can Jet Pierce for 2, and 10. And the most important part of the story is that I can draw an extra prize card. So I can draw 4 prize cards. And next turn, all I really need to do is just use my GX attack. And that's the GG. It is how it is. It is how this deck works. Winning condition again for my opponent was simply to retreat on the bench, use Dark Mist, scoop back my Naganadel with all cards into my hand, and then I would knock his Mewtwo out, probably even resist-stamp him down to 1, but still, he would have, I wouldn't have, you know, Naganadel and Guzzlord with a full HP, and he managed to find himself the Din, so technically with the Welder, he could knock me out, so... Still, that's the case. Still, it's possible. All he really needs are 3 energy cards, and then he can just use Flare Blitz. However, there is a Welder for 2 energies, and if he can find himself an extra energy card, he will win the game. It is just simple as it is. If he misses energy card from his hand, okay, so he have energy, so that was a very close game. So overall, you see that even if you can draw 4 prize cards with just a single attack, and next turn all you really need to do is just use Chaotic Order and finish the game, you can still lose the game. So that Charizard and Discord Pile was just way too broken. And overall, I mean, I think that the Naganadel in Guzzlord is a good deck and it's a decent deck, but still it lacks, you know, that, I don't know, maybe drought consistency or something like that. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm talking probably right now bullshit because with the Mysterious Message you can still drop some cards, but in the early stage of the game, the setup is the most important thing, and I think that this deck actually lacks a bit of the setup. Overall, made the day 2, made even top 16 and top 32 in Sao Paulo, so yeah. what else to say about this deck? Internationals, top 16 for Naganadel and Guzzlord GX. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos, let me know in the comments below also what you think about this deck list. Once again, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. As usual, have a nice day and goodbye.